You know, the 1960s was an interesting time for the Boston Bruins. There was a lot of young prospects were coming up. The minor league system was loaded with talent and eventually led to 2 Stanley Cups in the early 1970s and a close call in 74, despite a 6-game loss to the Flyers in the final. Now, this skater was probably one of the few francophone goalie prospects that came up through their system, and kind of weird too. You would think somebody with his nickname would be a skater, but he was a goalie. Andre Gill, also known as Cannon, was born in a beautiful community of Sorel, Quebec. And if you all know Sorel, Quebec, that's Gill Fleur's stomping grounds. He was a professional ice hockey goalie for a number of seasons and played most of his career in the AHL for the Boston Bruins minor league affiliate at the time, which was the Hershey Bears. Now, he did play 5 games with Boston in 1968 with a 3-1 record with 1 shutout, but that was only a taste that he had of the NHL. Now, when the WHA opened up, he became the backup for the Chicago Cougars over 2 seasons, and unfortunately went back to the minors soon after, but didn't diminish his fact he was a very talented skater. Now, at the time, by my knowledge, one of the smallest goalies in Major League Hockey at the time. 5'7", at best he was 145, some people say he was 140. So being from Quebec, you know, those Quebec players knew how to protect the cage because there was a lot of open ice in these junior contests. Now, he first came to major prominence with the Sorel Royals of the MMJHL over the 61 and 62 season. Now, 63, he had his first taste with the Hershey Bears, 2-2 record in 4 games. 64, 2 Boston affiliates, Minneapolis, he played 5 games, 4-1 record, and with the Bears again, 592 that year. 65, 2-4, 66, 6-9, and 67, he really opened out as their main goalie. 28, 8-10 with a 2.90 average and 4 shutouts. 68, he's caught up to Boston, included a part of the year with Hershey, 46 games, 23, 17, and 5. But unfortunately, with Jerry Cheevers and Eddie Johnson, there wasn't much room on the big side. 69, he played 27 games with Hershey. Now, this 1970, he played 52. And 71 and 72, he played 40 games in both of those years. Now, first season with the Cougars was horrendous for him. Only 4 wins in 33 games, 24 losses with a 4.14 average. 74, a little bit better. He went 4-7-2 with a 3.44 average, but had a good run in the playoffs with a 6-5 record in 11 starts and was part of Chicago's team that went deep into the postseason last year. 74, he also played with the Long Island Cougars of the NAHL with a 9-8-1 record. 75 with the Hampton Gulls, 13-10-0 in the SHL. His last minor pro action was with the Richmond Wildcats, again of the SHL, 8-7 record with a 3.60 goals against average. So Andre Gill, like I said, part of that interesting situation with the Boston Bruins in 68. And why I'm saying is interesting. That year, this was after the trade from Chicago to Boston. This team had Esposito, Busick, McKenzie, Stanfield, Hodge, Sanderson, Teddy Green, Eddie Shack, Eddie Westphal, Bobby Orr, Dallas Smith, Glenn Sater, Don O'Reilly, Gary Doak, Ross Lonsbury, Wayne Cashman, Jerry Cheevers, Eddie Johnson, and didn't win the cup that year, ladies and gentlemen. So it was a weird goal. They were knocked out in the first round. Guess who knocked them out, ladies and gentlemen? You can pretty well figure it. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what we're doing here with our Boston Bruins Vintage Podcast, let us know. Give us a like, comment, and subscribe. But Andre, look at the mutton chops on this guy. Some of the best sideburns you're ever going to see in hockey history. Thanks for listening. Bye.